Heading into our Seawolves segment of the show, and normally, we've had a lot of success with the Seawolves. Great 8-1 start to the season so far. Really happy with how that's gone. But tough result this past week. So we'll get into it on the road, May 11th at NOLA Gold Rugby. An upset loss, a 32-31 loss. Our Seawolves fall in the gold mine in New Orleans. Just a tough one here. I mean, the Seawolves did have a decent lead earlier into this match. NOLA was able to roar back into this one. And despite a late Seawolves push, Seattle was unable to get the victory. Going into halftime, the Seawolves led 24-10. NOLA did get on the board first with a penalty kick. J.P. Smith got across the line for the second try of the match. Mac Mason, converts the try 14-3. A penalty kick helped push Seattle 17-3. NOLA did respond with their first try to make it 17-10. A Taylor try for the third score of the day for Seattle, and the good kick made it 24-10 at half. So you think, okay, nice 24-10 lead against a NOLA team that's sitting in the standings around, the third place spot in the standings, third to fourth place spot in the standings in the Eastern Conference. You feel decently good, just especially considering how well the Seawolves have done. But NOLA gets the first try of the second half. They get another one. And then they get a penalty kick to go. They get those three scores in succession to make it 24 Seattle to 25 NOLA. Then they get a fourth try and a bonus point to NOLA, making it a 24-32 score. So Seattle's deficit grows. The Seawolves did get their fourth try, and the kick was good to make it 31-32. But they weren't able to get a game winner, and they ultimately fall by that score of 32-31. Ryan Rees did enter the pitch to earn his 50th cap, so caps off to Ryan there. But certainly tough. Seattle gets shown 2 yellow cards in the match and concede 15 total penalties, which is tough here. More lineouts and more scrums for NOLA. Seattle does get 7 restarts in this. Seattle does go 4 for 4 in conversions. But just tough here. I mean, even Seattle did lose despite the fact that NOLA did miss a penalty kick. They were 2 for 3 on the match. There are points scored leaders. Devon Rousseau, 10 points for Seattle, followed by Mac Mason with 9. Mac Mason, 3 goal kicks in this one. Rousseau had 2 tries scored. Mac Mason led the match in kicking meters at 248. Hugh Taylor led the tackles made department in this match with 20. Devon Rousseau led in running meters with 121. And the Seawolves ball carrier, not the match ball carrier leader, was Jade Stigling with 9 of them, tied with Rousseau, Devon Rousseau. So, I mean, this is tough. Just you're playing a NOLA team. It's nice to see the parity in the league, I guess, if you want to take a silver lining out of that, but tough. Especially considering how the Houston SaberCats now do have that sole possession of the top spot in the Western Conference at 9-1. Seawolves sitting at 8-2. You're 4 points behind Houston right now, but I mean, you're going to be able to take this and learn from it and then move on to the next match. So not a lot of pouting you can do. You're going to have to be able to look forward and ahead and go from there, which I'm sure they'll do. There's still time for them to be able to learn from it. It's not like it's the end of the world here. So, looking forward to how they'll have to be able to do that. I mean, Seattle still will play Houston later on in the season. So there's plenty of opportunity to do that with, about 6 matches to play in the regular season. So not concerned in that department. We go over here to team-related news. It's not like super deep team-related news, but it's something that I figured we'd mention, right? On the 10th, it was announced that Chance Wangluski has a T-shirt collaboration with the Seawolves. The design was hand-drawn by the Seawolves player and artist specifically for the Seattle fan base. His shirts have a history of selling out, so you don't want to miss out on getting yours. Let me make sure by the time I'm reading this that it's not sold out already. No, it is not. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to get mine here too. So In a quote in this press release from it, what an honor to combine two of my special passions, rugby and art, and to have the opportunity to share them both with the Seawolves community. This design stems from the diverse beauties of Seattle, beginning with Mount Rainier. It also includes the incredible trees and cherry blossoms that we are all surrounded by. Last but not least, I've included the Seawolves that bring us together every Friday night. Portions of the proceeds will go to Loose Heads, rugby clothing designed to tackle the stigma of mental health. Loose Heads provides resources and toolkits for mental health training, a 24/7 text line, signposting content, and much, much more, which is very cool to see. Which, this just further adds to the great, different merchandise that the Seawolves have. So I'll put the link in the description of the episode and as well of the individual segment here for the Seawolves, but wanted to include that. So we look ahead here. The Seawolves sit at an 8-2 record through 10 matches played, 40 points on the season, second overall in Major League Rugby at those 40 points. As the highest point getter in the Eastern Conference, the New England Free Jacks sits at just 30, 4 points behind first place in the West, Houston, who sits at 9-1. Their next match for the Seawolves is May 19th on the road again. 4 o'clock Pacific time start at Choctaw Stadium in Arlington against the Dallas Jackals in their second year of existence. This will be on Root Sports and the Rugby Network, so you'll be able to follow along with that there. So be able to check that out.